Durban have become a flashpoint for policy differences and protest. But far away from the cameras and the political grandstanding, a very different story is unfolding in the city's informal settlements. For 50-year-old Nonhlanhla Bungu, the daily struggle isn't about politics, it's about survival. She bears the weight of supporting 5 children, including her brothers, through her small business. A teary-eyed Bungu says she has no problem with foreign nationals, and she's dependent on them to support her business.
I don't have a problem with them living here. We live in harmony. What hurts me the most is that foreigners are the ones who are supporting my shop, buying chicken feet, tomatoes, and the locals are not buying my goods. They support me a lot.
In the same settlement, another local vendor from the Eastern Cape, who wanted to remain anonymous, who sells chicken feet, says her entire livelihood depends on the very people protesters want gone.
I want foreign nationals around because they are the ones supporting my business. They supply me with fresh produce at good prices. If they are forced to leave, my business will collapse and I will be forced to pack up and go back home to the Eastern Cape.
Others say they are integrated and live in harmony.
On our area, maybe surrounding areas in our community, we haven't have any problems with foreign nationals. Even the local businesses that we have, the majority of them are South Africans. So we do have certain people who are saying that they are not happy about the foreign nationals. But if you try to look at it, there are minor problems.
However, some residents have pointed fingers at foreign nationals, blaming them for the devastating fires that frequently ravage these closely packed settlements.
I want them to leave because they are disturbing us. For example, there was a fire and they started it, and now people are living in tents.
Whilst others believe they are being sidelined for job opportunities reserved for foreign nationals.
I think they should leave South Africa, documented or not. We want those with special skills or those who provide skills we do not have.
And some also bemoan cultural differences.
We have tried to engage them, but we cannot coexist. They throw bones, feathers, and food items down the toilets. In fact, they throw everything into the toilet. We are tired.
While there are diverse views in informal settlements, woven in this complex tapestry are sentiments of conflict, cooperation, and coexistence. For SABC News, I am Jade Paulser.
At the Refugee Reception Center in Durban, the foreign nationals have just staged this sitting for the past 2 weeks after they were removed from the Durban Central Police Station, where they demanded the police officers to open cases of assault, because they are telling us that on the march that they had, it was because they were assaulted and threatened in the CBD, especially those that are working as haircutters as well in those salons. They're saying that they're now camping outside waiting for the government to assist them because they can't go back to their communities where they used to stay, because some of them, they did tell us that there are some posts that are posted on the roads saying that foreign nationals must vacate those areas. I'll just step out of the shot, Bali, so that Raymond Mbele can just show you this is the situation on the pavement of this road, Chukuvaro Road in Durban, where the foreign nationals, most of them, they are telling us that they've got refugee status. Others, they've been granted the permission to be South African citizen by Home Affairs because they've been in the country for more than 10 or 15 years. They are telling us that the situation is very bad, is dire for them, because they don't have toilets, they don't have water. They rely on the neighbor neighboring flats where they go and ask for water to drink and ask for water just to wipe your body, not to wash, because they don't have enough water to do that. But the situation, as Raymond is showing you, they also get some donations from the non-profit organizations around Durban that are giving them food, also sharing, giving them some blankets. But you could see that there's also little ones that also need to be taken care of, but they say they've got no option other than sitting here and waiting for government until the government basically heed the call to assist them, because they say why refugees are not protected by government when they are in this country legally, Mbali. Mbali, it's a sad situation because the officials, they are not updating in relation to what is the way forward when it comes to this situation, because we did speak to these foreign nationals who saying that the last time they spoke to the mayor of eThekwini, Cyril Klaba, was when he was busing them to this refugee reception center for them to verify their documents, because those documents were verified here at this Home Affairs office, and they found only two undocumented foreign nationals at the time. But all these that are sitting outside here, they're telling us that they are documented, they've got refugee status, of which they fail to understand why the city or the government is not assisting them in relation to what is happening with their situation, especially with the safety. Yes, we understand that the police officers are on guard on this road to try and make sure that these foreign nationals that are camping outside the offices are safe during this time, because you understand that now it's getting darker. So as it getting darker, criminals might come and attack them. But we did speak to the foreign nationals who telling us that even though at night they can't sleep, they just sit and wait for guarding each other so that they can be safe. Back to you in studio.
The Democratic Alliance says immigration challenges should be addressed through lawful enforcement and not through the targeting of migrants.
But we must never return to the days where people are profiled as criminals simply because of the color of their skin, their creed, or their culture. The DA firmly rejects the scapegoating of migrants or the use of violence against them. And we are replacing the chaos of the past with the rule of law. We don't have to talk about what we will do. We are doing it already.
While the IFP says undocumented foreign nationals should be returned to their home countries, but insists this must happen within the framework of the law.
Undocumented foreign nationals who do not possess specialized or scarce skills and who are in the country unlawfully should be returned to their respective countries in accordance with the law. At the same time, the IFP rejects vigilantism, xenophobia, and violence.
The Patriotic Alliance says public frustration is a consequence of years of weak immigration enforcement, but cautions against disorderly action on the streets.
We do not advocate for chaotic actions on our streets. When state departments collapse in their primary duty to maintain immigration integrity, it creates a vacuum that breeds frustration.